the cell phone of the call from which the video came. On the evening of March 15, the Morgan County 911 Dispatch Center received the call of a robbery at Star Beverage, which is located at 601 6th Avenue Northeast. A shift supervisor arrived on the scene, but remember, when a felony call is given out to patrol, 1 or 2 additional officers will also arrive on the scene as a safety precaution for all parties involved. While there was no robbery at Star Beverage, a shoplifter was later apprehended. As I mentioned before, this case is ongoing. It's an ongoing investigation. But at this time, in keeping with our transparency, I would like to pause and show you the body camera footage we have on hand.
Top of your head. I'm coming through right here. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. I got you. But you need to have your gun. I'm telling you to put your gun down. My gun. I ain't telling you what to do. Put your hands up. I'm about to complain.
Remember, I'll let you all come back around. Remember, this is an ongoing investigation. We wanted to show that because one thing that I strive to do is to build relationships with this community. We need to be very transparent. We need to be very open. But most of all, we need our citizens to respect the police department, and we need the police department to respect the citizens. And my charge to each and every citizen is that if a police officer asks you to do give you a lawful order, we ask that you abide by that. In the event that you feel that the order is not lawful, or you feel that the officer is doing something against policy, against procedure, or against the law, let me know. Call for a supervisor, call for a captain, let me as chief know. But we have to work together. In light of all the things that's going on around the country and around the world when it comes to police and community relations, here in Decatur, my job is to build partnerships between the community and the police. Now we take any questions.
Nolan Crane from WAFF 48. In one of the videos that we saw circulating on social media, there were 3 police officers. Are they still with the department, or did they work the following day? Were they placed on administrative leave? Kind of explain where they were and where they're at now.
The officers are still with the police department. All 3 officers are. We look for any areas that we can improve upon and make this police department the best police department that we can. Preferably the best police department in the world. So any chance that we get to improve, we try to improve. But yes, they're still with me.
Chief, can you give us an update on where that investigation stands, kind of where in the process it is, or what we can expect to learn next?
Well, the investigation is a personnel matter. It's still going on the personnel side. The complainant has served papers with the intent to sue. So right now it could be tied up in a legal battle.
Chief, I mean, we just saw, the video. You mentioned, the officers gave an order. I mean, can you just talk about that, what you thought, the first time that you saw the video of, the officer walk up and punch this man? I mean, what was your reaction? What's your response?
The first thing that I thought of is, I was always taught to abide by a police officer. A police officer tell you to do something that was legally and morally correct, then you ought to do it. Especially when it comes to weapons. By my being from Detroit, if you had a gun and a police officer approached you, you want to drop the gun and most times run. But you never told the police officer, I'm not dropping my gun until you drop your gun. That's not a good way to build on partnerships and relationships.
Is it proper procedure to punch somebody like that?
Our procedure is to use the least amount of force necessary to actually get the job done. And I often made a comparison on that. There have been a lot of officer-involved shootings when the suspect had guns. This case here, there was not an officer-involved shooting, it was a punch. I would much rather have a punch than an officer-involved shooting.
In the video, y'all froze certain.
And we just heard from Decatur Police addressing a video that is circulating through our community on social media of an officer punching a man. Police shared with us the body camera footage, and in it you see police officers entering a convenience store and then getting into an argument with a man inside. Then you see one of the officers punch the man. At this time, all the police officers we learned are still with the police department, and police say this is an open investigation and it is now a personnel issue. We also just learned the man who was punched in the video will be pressing charges, and the officers also asked that we work together to improve police relations as a community. And we'll continue to follow this story both on air, online, and bring you any new updates, so stay with us for new developments.